time to set up November in my bullet journal. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome, I'm Stefania. For this month I'm gonna use some stencils because, well, it was easier to use them rather than do everything by hands. Then a black fineliner, and then another one which I forgot to show it to you. And then I'm gonna show the 3 colors that I'm gonna use for the setup. The theme for November is gonna be playing cards, and the thing is, I didn't know what to do. I'm running out of ideas, and well, I had to come out with something. I decided to use the stencils, even if these aren't the best because they move very easily. So yes, I've ended up doing some mistakes here and there. Plus, for the big cards, I do have a full stencil like this, while for the small one, I had to use something that wasn't really made like this. I had to turn it a little bit around because, well, it wasn't made to be like this. The shape was a little bit different, but it was perfect as size. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna be moving it here and there, and I'm gonna try to make it work because the size is perfect. And once I was done creating all the outlines, which took me a little bit, I think it was the hardest part of this setup. So if you want to go with any theme, this is the one that you should go with. I started coloring everything with red and black. Now, as you can see, it's a theme that doesn't take forever. I've decided to leave all the cards white. I didn't add any sort of background color, so not even a lilac gray or, let's say, a dirty white. No, I just decided to leave them like this with the background being the page itself. And I thought it was better rather than adding even more color because I knew I would have ended up messing up, and also because that would have took much more time. And, well, I was running out of time when I was working on the stuff, so I had to, let's say, adjust things a little bit. The only thing I'm not so proud of are the titles for the first pages, I would say, because this is what I've done. I've tried to write them while I was recording from this position, and let me tell you, thing, it was a pain. So I've done some sort of mistakes, like not mistakes, they weren't well written. So I've decided after a few pages that it was time to just record the title from the other point of view and just move the notebook in a way that was working for me, because you see this in this way, but the reality is that the notebook is not really in the best position for me when I record from this point of view. So I literally was like, you know what, just take anything from up and it's gonna work amazingly. The cover page didn't take me as much because, as you can see, it was very easy. It's nothing complicated, are just a few shapes that you're gonna do over and over again. You don't need to go through a lot of colors, so it didn't take me so much time. And once I was done with the cover page, the right part, I moved to the left where I've attached the little pocket that I always create off camera, because let's say let's give it a try through a theme. If it works for the pocket, then I can make it work for the rest of the setup. Then I'm gonna move to the monthly view, and the first thing I've done was the title, and even here, while I was writing it, I've done some sort of mistake. Like, it's not really a mistake, but the E and the R are way too close. I don't like it, so I was like, you know what, you really should practice writing with the notebook when, let's say, it's not so comfortable for you. Well, I've tried for a few pages, and then I've decided that it was better to adapt the camera rather than myself to the whole situation. And the monthly view, I've decided to go only with big cards, so I didn't create any smaller size, and that is because I didn't want it to be too much crowded, and I knew that if I would have started adding the small one, it would have ended up being way too much, because I know myself, I can't find the right way, or I put too many things in the page, or I don't put enough things. So I always end up having pages which are or too crowded or too empty. So I'm trying to get better at that, and yes, I'm doing it by November. Well, I could have tried before. Actually, I did try it before. But the thing is, I don't want to have too many things beside the tracker that are gonna, let's say, distract me. I don't know how I'm gonna use the monthly view in the future. I'm still thinking about it, because there are months in which I overuse it and months in which I completely forget about it. The last thing I decided to do was adding the days, and you can barely see it because I choose a fineliner which is very, very light, but I've added both the names of the days and the Sundays, and then I went through the other days. And then of course I had to add the border because I've done it for the wall here, so I'm not gonna stop it by November. Then I'm gonna work to my workout tracker, and again the first thing that I do is writing the title, and again it's not the best one. I'm not really comfortable, and it's all my fault because I couldn't use my brain. And then the first thing that I do even before coloring the cards is actually coloring that part of the tracker where I will have to write something later elsewhere. If I will do it later, I know that once I'm gonna write on it, if the ink is not fully dry, there's gonna be a mess, and I don't want that to happen. So that's the first thing that I do. Then I color the few cards that I can draw around the tracker, which aren't a lot because the tracker takes as most the whole page. And then I start using the stencil just to outline them, and here you're gonna see me trying to do it while moving it a little bit around and having the shape as it should be. The last thing that I did was adding the days and the things that I wanted to keep track, and then my workout tracker was ready. Again, I've added the Sunday, but you can't see them because I've chosen a color which is very, very light. I usually like pastel colors, so this could be a problem for videos, but in real life, like when I see them, I just love them. Then it's time to work on my migraines tracker, and again, I was still giving a try to the titles. I was like, I've done it so far, I can do even this time. So even this title I've been reaching, and no wait, that's not the best one. It's not good, just that's it. Anyway, after that, again, I'll color the first part of the table where I will have to write stuff, and then I moved around to color all the cards. This is another tracker where usually I add way too many things around it, so even here I've tried to stay a little bit on the less side rather than too much, and so there's not a lot around it, which is good because I've noticed that the months in which there's too much around this tracker, going through the whole month, then at a certain point it starts to be way too much. So this is a perfect solution. Not too much, not basically nothing. Let's say an in between. And then the last thing that I've done after creating all the borders to the playing cards, I ended up filling in the tracker, and then I've done the famous border. Again, I still don't understand why I've done it, but this month I didn't even question it. I was like, no, you've done it so far, the wall here, you're gonna do it also for the last 2 months. So yes, this border is gonna be there also in December, I just know it. It's time to work on Instagram and a wellness tracker. I think I should definitely change a little bit next year, and what I want to do is have a space to write what I plan to post and when, and another one to actually write what I ended up, let's say, posting. Because the thing is this, I always think, oh, I'm gonna post this and this and that. It's not that I don't have the things, I just don't post it, which is bad, honestly. Like right now, we are in October when I'm recording this video, and I'm still posting June. Like, it's crazy. I do have the photos already of July, yes, but I'm still in June. I refuse to take photos of August already because I'm simply like, okay, my phone can't handle so much. Like the memory is gonna give up before or later. I already have it fully because of all the videos that I record. So I was like, you know what, up until I'm not done posting in June and I will not delete the photos from the phone, I will not add August. But the reality is that I have everything ready for picture. It's not like you don't have it. I also already have the whole month of July ready to be posted because it's there. I just don't do it. So I thought that maybe actually writing a plan and having to stick to it could help me, especially if I'm gonna see like, oh, the perfect plan created there, right there, and next to it, nothing. I think that could help me. YouTube tracker, of course, YouTube tracker is another one that's gonna change next year because again I want something more. This one is still working, yes, but not so much anymore. Just like for Instagram, I would want something to show me what I plan to do and when and what I actually do. Now, YouTube is a little bit more complicated, however, compared to Instagram. Like Instagram, I don't really plan when to take photos because I learned that it doesn't go well. Whenever I plan it, then the weather is bad, the lighting is, let's say, horrible to be nice, and the result are bad photos, so I don't really plan that. But for YouTube, I usually plan whenever I want to record a video or when I should actually edit it to be in time to then have it on YouTube by the right day. So I want to create more pages for YouTube because I don't think I can put everything in a single one, and it will be divided in a page for recording videos, another one for editing, another one for uploading, and then I also want something where actually goes live because, for example, I never upload the video the day it goes live. I never ever do that. So maybe I'm gonna upload it today, but the video is gonna go live next week. And so I want to have all of this thing tracked according by what I plan to do and when I actually do it. So I came out with the idea that it would be better to have several pages for YouTube. So yes, I'm still thinking exactly how to put it, but I'm working on that. Another page that's definitely gonna change is also my productivity tracker. And the reason is because, as I've said in the past few months, it's not working as well as it was before. And now I'm thinking of having it on several pages because I don't think it's possible to have everything in just a page or two. And what I would want to do is actually write the days on the side and on top, already creating the several icons, and then just check the days in which I make that thing. I know it's not gonna be the best one probably by looking at it. I'm not saying it's gonna be amazing. I don't even know if it's gonna work in the way that's in my mind right now, but the only way to know if it's gonna work is that I have to try it. And the reason is that as much as I love creating all the icons, it started to be a little bit too much, especially when I'm super busy with work. Sometimes I'm just like, nope, and I had to change in a way or another. So the solution that came to my mind is the one where instead of actually drawing all the icons each single day, is actually to draw them only once. But of course, by having to draw them all, I know there's not gonna be space everything in a page for each single day because I know I will need more pages. I still have to see it, but this one is gonna change for sure next year. So it's time for the final flip through of this bullet journal so I can show the pages that are created for November. As always, thank you so much for your support. If you've enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumb up and to subscribe for more videos like this one. Let me know with a comment what's gonna be your theme for November. Thank you so much for your support. See you next time. Bye!